Okay.
Hello.
Morning, Kieran. Welcome to Sea Talk. Great to have you on. So look, I think it'd be good for you to introduce yourself to all them lovely independent retailers out there, who you are and where you're at.
Yeah, so my name's Kieran Hemsworth, and I have the privilege of being the CEO of GroceryAid.
Great stuff. And so you're 7 months in now in GroceryAid. You've been in the industry for a while in different roles. I mean, you've been in Unilever, Coca-Cola, Ginsters, PZ Cousins. So, it's not new to you. And I think you've done some great stuff throughout your career as well, right? And now here you are at GroceryAid, supporting all the lovely people in the supply chain, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can obviously tell from the video that I've been in the industry for quite a while. Then, yes, so I've done about 30 years working in FMCG. As you say, Unilever, Coke. I ran Ginsters down in Cornwall. Then I ran the UK and Europe for PZ Cousins in Manchester. And then, interestingly enough, I took a break. I did an MBA and then came back wanting to do something a bit more purposeful. And what better way of being a bit more purposeful in the industry that I've got some experience in. So it was a great opportunity to come and work with the fantastic people at GroceryAid.
So on that note, can you tell us a bit more about GroceryAid and what it does?
Yeah, of course. Yes. So, basically we're the grocery industry charity. So we look after the welfare of the 2.6 million people who work in the grocery industry. And what I mean by welfare is that we look after financial support. So if you have a drop in income, then we can provide a one-off grant. And that drop in income could be because of a relationship breakdown or somebody's ill in the household that you have to care for. But we also do sort of like one-off grants as well. So when the kids are going back to school, we offer school essentials grant in June and July as well. But over and above the sort of financial support that we offer, we also then offer emotional support. So we have a helpline that is manned by trained counsellors 24/7. And we work with people like Relate and Couth in terms of relationship counselling. We're also there for things like sort of critical incident support in the workplace. So for example, if you've experienced a robbery or something like that, which I know happens within the independents, then we're there to offer some support as well. And then finally, we offer sort of practical support, which this will be through our telephone information specialists who are all citizens advice trained, and we will support via legal advice, or if you are struggling in terms of debt, we could support through our partner step change. And what we're seeing, actually, interestingly, more and more people are coming through to our website to look at some of those tools around financial planning to help them through the sort of cost of living crisis that we're going through at the moment. So the other thing to say really is that our helpline is available 24 hours a day. It's free and confidential, and you can also access those services via the website. If that's the welfare side, then also the other side of it is that the way that we fund it, that welfare offer, is that we run 16, 17 events across the country, and all the profit from those events that we run with major retail partners or whoever flows all the way into our welfare budget to help more and more people who are in need, basically.
Wow. So it is basically our sector coming together to support the people in the chain, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Great. Yeah, exactly. It's sort of funded by both the retailers and the suppliers through those events. And as I say, that flows all the way through to the welfare offer that we give out the other side of it, and then the number of people that we support based around that.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. And we'll share all the details through this video as well, so how independent retailers can, get more involved with GroceryAid. Coming on to an event, I mean, today's a very special day, GroceryAid Day, the 9th of May. What can we expect to see throughout the day today?
Well, as you say, it's GroceryAid Day today, which is a very exciting day for us. And the whole purpose of the day is how do we really drive the level of awareness of GroceryAid and the services that we offer all the way through the industry. And as part of that, what we're doing for the first time is actually launching the results of our impact report on the same day as well. And just a couple of key headlines from that impact report. So our financial year ended the end of March, and up until that point, throughout the whole of that year, we've had just over 78,000 instances of support. And when you look at that from a year-on-year perspective, the previous year we had about 41,000, so we've had about a 90% increase in the instances of support that we provided to people who work in the grocery industry. The other side of that as well is that we've never spent more on our welfare budget as well in order to support that number of people. So the amount of money that we've spent on our welfare budget is now just over 6 million.
Wow.
As I said, the day is focused on driving awareness. It's the day where the industry comes together to let our colleagues know about the services that we offer. And there's some amazing events that are going on today. There'll be lots of sort of bake sales, raffles, sponsored activities. We've sent out over 200,000 pieces of printed material. We know people are creating sort of GroceryAid branded items like banners and plastic wallet cards and magnets and key rings and all of this sort of stuff with our helpline on there. And then one amazing initiative just to highlight, if you're in Liverpool, and if you look at the Liver building this evening, the Liver building will be lit up in the colours of GroceryAid, thanks to Princess Foods for that particular initiative. And the other thing as well is that, as you go through the day, have a look at Instagram and also LinkedIn. There'll be loads of stuff being posted by all of our fantastic supporters as we go through the day.
That's amazing. I mean, just the whole industry coming together today to support GroceryAid and the great work that you and the team do there to support, anything that goes on, throughout the service of the great people that.
And I think, Paul, the other point that I would make actually, so if the objective is about growing awareness, we know our awareness is too low in the industry. So we did a bit of research in December with grocery workers, and we asked them two simple questions in a way. One was, where would you go for help in this sort of situation? And only 2% of grocery workers said that they would go to GroceryAid. So that sort of top of mind awareness we really need to build right out there, right down to the people on the till or the warehouse or the production line. And then the second question we asked them, we showed them a list of charities that work within this sort of space. And again, only 18% of grocery workers picked out GroceryAid as being one that they were aware of. So whilst we do an amazing job, and we can see our instances of support going up, there is a huge amount that we still need to get after. There's a huge amount of people out there who are in need working in the industry who are probably not aware of us and the services that we offer. So having a day like this where the sole objective is to drive that level of awareness is really, really important to us. And can I just thank everybody who is doing initiatives today to try and improve those numbers?
Great stuff. And that goes nicely on to, so how can independent retailers get more involved with the fantastic work that you guys do at GroceryAid?
Well, interestingly enough, so we did a survey with yourselves of industry workers around this particular topic, and I think we asked them the question, have you heard of GroceryAid? And the really great answer to that came back was actually, I think, 70% of people working in the independent sector actually had heard of GroceryAid.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slightly different questions than the one that we were asking the total industry, but that gives us some sense that there's a pretty good level of awareness out there, which is great. It's never enough, and we need to continue to build on it. But the other thing that survey said as well was that whilst the awareness is really good, it also said that 20% of people who are working in the sector are also very likely to use our services, which is a huge number of people who, once aware and very clear of the sort of services that we offer, are likely to come to us for support, particularly as people go through, difficult situations like the cost of living crisis or the rise of crime, etc., which are affecting people who work particularly in independence. And I think, there's a couple of ways that I think you can get involved. One is by ordering some printed material from us to make sure that, at the back of house somewhere, there's a poster that talks about GroceryAid that's got the number on it, it's got the website on it, and also a sort of overview of the services that we offer. But the other thing that I would just encourage people to do, if you run a store, sit down with the people that you work with, talk to them about the GroceryAid offer, because 20% of them would be more than likely to want to use our services. And of course, they are completely free, they are completely confidential, and they're available 24/7.
Wow, so that's good. That's a good way for us to end. So look, I mean, today's a really good day. We've got a nice message come out that get the back house printed media up and start talking to the team. And there's, all the independents, let's get involved and support the great work that GroceryAid do, because I think coming together, I think it protects our industry as well, right? So it's good work.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to order that material, just go onto the website, GroceryAid, and you can order it via the website. But Paul, thank you for the opportunity to be able to do this. I think, as I said, our awareness is not where it needs to be, and the education is not where it needs to be. And there are more people out there that need help.
Yes.
Just what we want to do is raise that level of awareness so we can help more people.
Well, personally for myself and, from the team at Sea Talk, we're a small team, but we're here and we'll do everything that we can to spread the word of GroceryAid. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for your support. Cheers.